Hi everyone, it's Nicole here and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my little family where everybody is welcome regardless. So what I'm going to be doing today is actually an updated doing a makeup with a nasogastric tube. So this is an NG tube, it's a feeding tube, and I've had feeding tubes for what will be 6 years next year, so it's been 5.5 rather. And yeah, so I kind of have had to learn to put makeup around kind of this, well, avoiding the tube and things like that. I normally have a surgical tube, but it's got holes in it, so at the moment I'm having to use this one. So yeah, so I'll be showing you guys how I do my makeup. So the first thing I do is make sure my hair is tied back and also just put a clip into my fringe. I take off my glasses. I'm going to be using this palette for a mirror. I'll just put it kind of there, so if I look that direction, well, yeah, if I look that direction, that is why. So first thing I'm going to do is use some primer. So this is the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer, and it has coconut in it. It smells amazing. So I just kind of put some on the back of my hand and then just use it to dot about the place, including just like my eye on that side and below the tube and things, and kind of down there a bit. So that's the first thing I do. So next thing I do is I use some concealer. So this concealer in particular is a Morphe concealer. It's really, really good. I really like it. So I just kind of put it in a triangular shape and fill that in. I put it up and down my nose. I also put it at like my chin. And as well as that, I do as kind of big a triangle as I can on the tube side. So what I'll then do is get my beauty blender and just kind of pat it in. And then this side. I've got a lot more into makeup since my last video. I wasn't very good at makeup in my last video, but I like doing it. I'm not exactly the best, but hey ho. So my foundation that I'm going to be using today is a Too Faced foundation, and it's the Born This Way foundation, and I have it in the shade Snow because I'm quite light skinned. So what I do is I'll just pop some foundation, kind of 2.5 pumps in the back of my hand. And then what I do is I use a foundation brush and I use that to just put the foundation, like basically paint the foundation on, and I do you know, such a small kind of amount, just because, well, one, I don't have the use of all of my face, so I don't need as much. I use the excess that's on my hand and then just get to work with my beauty blender. This is quite a light coverage foundation, and you know, I really, really like that about it. You know, sometimes I prefer a bit kind of more kind of medium wear and stuff. So I'm going to just use kind of one more pump just because, you know, it's not quite covering all my face. So I put that on the tube side and, you know, be careful to kind of avoid the tube. I also just bring my foundation down slightly onto my neck, and then I just do my eye. And just basically anywhere that, you know, anywhere that I feel needs foundation. Okay, that's nearly my foundation done. So that's my foundation done. Next, I go in with a powder. So this is a powder by Effect. It's a transparent loose rice powder with matte effects. So I just kind of open this and it's very, very kind of dusty, so I just put some into there. And what I do is I get my powder brush, and what I do is I just give that a mix, kind of tap it off just so I don't get loads, and then I just kind of use that to put all over my face, where essentially the concealer and particularly the concealer, because sometimes with concealer it can go kind of quite oily and greasy. So I also use this powder. So this is by MAC. It is, let's see, it's a Patrick Star one by MAC, and it is called Hot and Heavy, and this is opalescent. I love using this one as well on top of the other one, because this is more, as you can see, kind of like that color, so it's a bit darker. So I just kind of put some of that on my brush and just kind of put it just in the places I'd like to put it, because it kind of gives quite a glowing effect, I would say. And then just kind of put it down my nose and just, yeah, so kind of with this makeup look at the moment, what I'm trying to do is do quite a natural makeup look. That's kind of like my preference most of the time, is natural makeup looks, but I do kind of outlandish ones. I don't even know if that's the correct word to say, but so next thing I do is go in with bronzer. So this is just a full size Benefit Hoola bronzer. I absolutely love this. Is my favorite bronzer. And it just kind of, you get the little brush with it, and as you can see, I've gone through it a lot. I do have a spare, so I just take this brush and I put it up there, and then, you know, down the forehead like so. And I don't go absolutely mental with this, because you know, the reality is that you know, it sometimes proves to be too dark. So then what I do is just put some under and under there, and finally I just put a bit on each side of my nose. Okay, so next what I do is, because obviously I'm not going to leave myself like this, it's a great look, so what I do is I just take this brush. I absolutely love this brush. They're really good. My best friend thought it was a spoon at first, because, you know, it just kind of looked like a spoon, but I just kind of buff that in just like that. And I love this bronzer. It kind of creates such a nice kind of bright, well, kind of, it does a good job basically. So I'll just do the one on my nose and then just go under here. And just make sure that it's all kind of buffed in, because I don't want to have it looking a bit odd. So that's that. Next thing I do is I use some highlighter. So I have two highlighters to use. I tend to use two highlighters. This is by Fenty Beauty, and it is a gorgeous gold color, and it's called Trophy Wife. Like, this is probably my favorite ever highlighter. So because it's a gold effect, I'm not the biggest fan of putting it like down my nose and on my chin, so I do use another one a lot of the time. So this is a palette. It is the Dream Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and you know, this is just what it looks like. Excuse the mess, it does need cleaned. It's just with powder, it goes everywhere. So first thing I do is I use this palette, and I'm going to be going in with Wish, which is this one up here. So I just kind of, I put some of that, and then I just put it up my nose just to kind of get an illusion. And then I just take another bit and just pop it on my chin like that. Okay. And then what I do is I take the brush again and I go in with the Fenty Beauty one. So I just kind of get some and then just put it here. And as you can see, it's a really, really nice glow, like so. Next thing I do is I get a blush. So this is a Tarte blush. It is Dazzled. So, you know, it's really nice. I think it's Amazonian clay brush actually. So then what I do is I take my blush brush, give it a blow, and then just kind of put that, I guess you would say, in between the highlighter and the bronzer. I don't go absolutely mental. I quite like this blush because it's really light, so you know, you can't really go very wrong with it. So that's the blush on. So next bit is actually my favourite bit of makeup, which is the eyes. So this is by Morphe. It's the Jaclyn Hill palette. If you bear with me 2 seconds, sorry, I need a drink. Yeah, so it's the Jaclyn Hill palette. This is one of my favourite palettes of all time. So all the colours, like literally, it has a lot of range, and I don't know how many, I don't know, I'll need to work it out, but I don't quite know how many pans it has in it. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go in with this one. So this one is in light, and I'm just going to get so I'm just using a brush and just popping that in here. And what I'll need to do is just put this down and get a bit more close up to my face so I can fully see what I'm doing. And, you know, that goes on really, really nicely, as you can see. And then we'll do the other side, just like that. So kind of my favorite all-time makeup look, really, kind of more natural, is doing just an orange. So what I'm going to be doing is going in with the shade, let's see, what one am I going to use? I've not really used this palette much, but I'm going to be going in with the shade Butter, which is this one. It's kind of quite a it's quite a kind of browny orange. So what I do is I just kind of put it on my eyelids, get some more, and then what I actually do is bring it up here and just down there, and then I just kind of, could you do me a favour and switch on the light? Thanks.
Slave over here.
That didn't really make much difference, never mind. So as you can see, I just kind of drag it up and make sure it's like that. I will give it another kind of coating. No, that's not working.
I'm trying to be helpful.
This is my best friend Neil.
Hello.
You'll be seeing more of him in YouTube videos, because we're going to make a few YouTube videos because I'm staying with him at the moment. So
I'm trying to be the lighting man, but look, my torch doesn't really help.
Right, so that's one eye done. So I'm just going to do this eye now. It literally, this is, I don't know why, but it's just, I really like the way orange looks on me. So I just do that, and it might be a bit all over the place today because I'm quite shaky today. So yeah. So that is kind of both eyes done. Ignore the state of my eyebrows. My eyebrows do need dealing with at some point. So as you can see, just kind of done there. So next thing I do is I just get a smaller brush. It's in here somewhere. Okay, here we go. So I just get my smaller blush, and what I do is I go in with a really light shimmery pink. So I'm going to use Sissy, and then I just put it in the corner of my...
You could do a video of Neil shaving off your eyebrows.
No.
You sure? Wouldn't take long.
On you go. So I'm just going back in with Sissy and putting it into the corners of my eyes, and I feel that kind of just like brightens up my eyes quite a bit. And the final step to my eyeshadow is I choose another colour just to go on my like underarm, my waterline and stuff. So I think today I am going to go with this colour right here. So that is Cran Apple. So I just kind of put some on the brush, and then what I do is I just run it underneath my eyes, and then let's see, more Cran Apple. Okay, so it's now underneath my eyes, as you might be able to see. And finally, there's actually one other thing I would like to do. I'd like to take this palette, which again, it's Morphe, it's the Jeffree Star palette. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take this very sparkly colour here. This is Dog Mum. And basically, I'm just going to put that on my eyelids. Just kind of, I absolutely love shimmer and glitter and just pretty much everything. So a couple of coats of that. Yep. So there's that. Kind of one of the last stages of my makeup is my mascara. Hopefully this won't mess up because I'm quite shaky today, and I hate it when this happens. So this is just the Bad Girl Bang by Benefit. It's probably my favorite mascara ever. It's very good. It's really elongates your lashes and really makes them stick out a lot more, which is great. I have quite long eyelashes. I absolutely love my eyelashes. Neil, could you get me a white?
I can indeed.
Sorry, I've actually got some.
You're not meant to wear it.
I have some in my eye. I'm doing well. Where's the... Right, I've got some here actually. Right. Honestly, this is a task and a half, this is. Right, so let me just... I think this might look a little bit better. So that is the kind of finished eyeshadow look. And then I have decided to use a liquid lipstick today. It's Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is in this shade Dazed. So I love Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipsticks. They're probably my favourite lip products ever. This one's kind of like a reddy pinky colour. So what I'm just going to quickly do is just get rid of any smudged bits and also clean my teeth. That's kind of what I use. I just put my finger in my mouth to kind of get rid of the excess. Just kind of put a bit under there. I must be making some facial expressions when doing this. But yeah, so this is the finished look. As you can see, I've kind of advanced in makeup a bit. And yeah, so thanks for joining me on this video, guys. And I will see you guys next time.